Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to check for warps or defects in my panels. So I'm not a full-time professional sprayer. I've only been to a course for a few days and I painted one panel, that was it. So it's the first time I'm doing a full respray and my CRX is looking beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've sanded the panels. I'm still finishing off this, but not going to be for today. So I've sanded the panels, and what I've done is I have actually blocked them. I put some primer on initially, then I've blocked them, sanded them back. I had a few defects, so I filled a few of them again. So I've only sanded half of this just to check, and I've got to sand all the rest. And I've got to do that all the way around the car. So I'm going to finish sanding this off. It feels really almost smooth. It's almost close to perfect, I guess. So I've got to sand all this off. I've got to block it off, then I've got to sand it again, check for defects. Once I've done that, I'll sand the whole car with 320 grit, because you need to have 320 grit before you put the filler. Now I'm using the Capchi 2K filler, which is quite thick, but still you've got to be careful, because if you don't use 320 grit, as far as I'm aware, those defects will show in your paintwork. So I have bought Colad Easy Check number 9300 spray sample check. Look at this stuff, how good this stuff is. It's really expensive stuff though, it's not cheap at all. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to spray the panel, and this, I've done it already because I was just doing a check. You don't have to be a spray to do this, just spray it on liberally. Am I wasting it now? Yes I am, but it's good to show you guys. And that imitates what it's going to look like when it's got lacquer. Now hopefully it's going to show on the camera, so if you do that, just go up and down, up and down. Now something else you can do is, there's a light behind me, so if I go around the car and I look at that light, then I've sprayed a lot on, so it actually looks like orange peel now. I'm not sure you can see that. Yeah, okay, so I've actually put too much on, so it's hard to tell. But what it does is, let me just find somewhere else. Bear with me one second. Okay. Okay, so I've sprayed some here, and what it does is, it imitates what the panel looks like when it's going to be wet. Now there's loads of little dust specks in there because I've not cleaned anything, there's dust everywhere. So don't worry about that. All we care about is any dents. So if I look at this, looks a bit better now. This isn't the right height, so it's probably going to be flashing all the time. How can I show you this? There. If I scroll the camera across and I put some light on there, really hard to film this, it's going to show you whether there's any dents or any imperfections. And I know by checking from the other side, I've got a slight imperfection here where the edge of the filler isn't quite sanded properly, and a slight imperfection there. And then as I went down the panel, you can barely tell there's like a little nib there that shows up. So I'm going to do this painstaking process across the whole car, and that is so that I'd rather remove the defects now, as many as I can, which will just make my paintwork a lot better at the end. So I'll spend hours and hours doing that just to make sure I get everything neat and tidy. And that's it for today, guys. A bit of a short video just showing what the CRX is looking like. She's looking pretty good at the moment. Coming along, I'm still due. I want this primed by Christmas. So I'm going to carry on doing the bonnet. My etch primer has arrived as well. So I've taken the first 2 layers of paint off. I had to stop because I ran out of etch primer, so I'm going to carry on doing the etch primer, sanding the bonnet down, hopefully over the weekend, and we can then etch prime the bonnet. So it's looking good. See you later.